Hey everybody, it's Scott Wall with Dairy Management Incorporated. So happy to bring you another one of our conversations with some of our dairy checkoff leaders. And today I'm joined by Mark Blake. Mark serves as Vice President of Business Development for Dairy Management Incorporated. Mark, thanks for joining us. How you doing?
I'm good. Hey, Scott, thanks for the opportunity to join you on this conversation.
Well, I know you've got a lot of exciting things to talk about today, and I got some questions for you. But the first thing is, why don't you just provide a little bit of an overview about what you do for the dairy checkoff?
Perfect. Yeah, the majority of my work is in the school channel, uh, developing partnerships to drive sales and trust of dairy in the school channel, and just testing, improving pilot programs and new dairy concepts. Some of those include smoothie programs, hot chocolate milk programs, grab and go type programs, and also milk dispensing.
So let's talk more about that smoothies aspect. I know there's an awful lot that's been going on in that area, and we've got a new partner to the table named Chartwells. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how this partnership with Chartwells came to be, and exactly who is Chartwells?
Yeah, absolutely. Our goal is to work with industry and channel leaders, and Chartwells is that in the K through 12 environment. They're a management company, so they manage school food service operations in about 675 districts, 4,000 to 5,000 schools across the U.S. The other thing that we both had in common was of interest in Gen Z, of course. Gen Z is that bullseye in the K through 12 channel. They're looking for on-trend, they're looking for relevant new products that they get out of school, and we're trying to bring some of that into school, and Chartwells is interested in that as well. So we were able to talk about doing a smoothie program, and they agreed to partner with us for this program, and we're really excited to bring it to about 144 of their schools.
Talk some more about that actual program. What does it entail? Like if we were to walk into a cafeteria, what would we see?
Well, you're going to see a lot of signage about smoothies to offer, more dairy in these schools. It keeps dairy relevant, milk and yogurt. But in these schools, like I said, it was about 144 of Chartwell schools that they were able to identify and help us to set the program up in. We went in with a grant for smoothie equipment, which was blenders and buckets and different things to make them. But the other thing is they put their whole marketing team behind it. We asked for 10 recipes with their culinary group. The other cool thing that we are able to do is bring another one of DMI's partners in General Mills in. So their culinary group and the Chartwell's culinary group, like I said, we asked for 10 recipes. They developed 15 new recipes for smoothies, sweet and savory, so we can offer not only at breakfast, but at lunch. We asked them to offer them 3 times a week. One of the goals is to increase average daily participation, which is the economic driver of school lunch for schools across the U.S. Average daily participation is how schools are reimbursed for their meals. So the higher participation, the higher reimbursement from USDA. So that's a driving piece to that. But the other was just to make sure we maintain dairy on these menus. These smoothies were made with milk and yogurt. And so far in those kickoff events you mentioned, we were able to, the 2 schools I was able to visit in the kickoff program, they both sold out on the day that they were offered. So it's been accepted very well by these students in these schools.
Well, that's great to hear, to see the kind of reception to the smoothie. We know what it means to this age range of Gen Z. I think you had told me once before too, when you look at what they're consuming outside of schools, some of the companies in our country that just focus on smoothies, those are the ones that really appeal the most to these kids. I want to ask you though, overall, I mean, how optimistic are you that this can drive dairy consumption among this age range? We see fluid declining a little bit among those students, but this is kind of a unique way to get dairy back into their diets.
It really is. And with some of the unique recipes, Gen Z, they really like to try new flavors, new things, and that's where General Mills and Chartwell's culinary teams helped us come together to develop these real eye-catching new using milk and yogurt. The The other piece to this is it's part of the reimbursable meal. So if the smoothie itself has 2 ounces of milk and 4 ounces of yogurt, they still pick up a fluid milk along with their lunch as part of that reimbursable meal. And it meets all the guidelines for the National School Lunch and School Breakfast programs that USDA has. So that's the other positive on this program.
So you mentioned the 144 schools going to serve sort of as that test pilot to gauge the success, we hope, which I'm sure it will be. But where do we go from here at this point? What are some of the next steps you can talk about, whether it's for this program or anything else you may be working on?
Yeah, so for this program itself, I mean, the other positive we've had is the joint press release from the Chartwells. We worked with their marketing team. It was picked up by over 300 outlets, including AP, Yahoo News, and a lot of trade and School Channel, Dairy Channel, but and over 209 million impressions. So that was a nice first step for this program. The other piece is we're now in the data collection portion of the test. So we're looking at average daily participation, as I said, for breakfast and lunch, see if we can see the increase there. We're going to be looking at milk and yogurt sales. But the other two things we're testing out on this as well is just student and staff survey. How do they feel about this program? What's some of the favorite flavors? Because from this, then Chartwells will expand. As like I said, this is in 144 schools. They have nearly 4,000 to 5,000 schools. So if we can expand it there, we're putting together a business case for the school channel so we can take it to that whole industry, share it with SNA, other school districts, other corporate feeders to expand this program, show the results, and increase keeping milk and yogurt on these dairy on the menus in these K-12 schools.
Exciting stuff. I love seeing this innovation, especially when it comes to schools and showing them new and unique ways they can enjoy dairy. Well, Mark, thanks for your time today. It's always great catching up with you. And for dairy farmers who want to learn more about their dairy checkoff, please visit usdairy.com.